My name is Karen Attiah, and I was a columnist with the Washington Post. I posted that uh, part of what keeps America so violent, in particular, is when we have white men who decide to engage in violence and engage in hatred. When that we coddle them, that we give them absolution, that we perform empty care, empty goodness. They claimed in their official termination letter that my remarks about white men who espouse hatred and violence was disparaging white men and that I had violated the social media policies. They claimed I was guilty of gross misconduct and even went so far as to say that I posed a safety risk to my colleagues. When I was not just fired, but fired in such a cruel way, it sends a chilling message to say, if we can do that to her, we can do that to anyone else, any of y'all. And right now, as we speak, we've decided to move to arbitration. I was the last full-time Black opinion staff writer, and it definitely says they were not interested in retaining diversity in a city that, according to the last census, was nearly 40% Black. It sent that message that all of the efforts, all of the rhetoric, all of the talk about diversity of viewpoints, about diversity of experiences, at least when it comes to Black people, they've sent a message to the Black community that we don't care. When we do opinion journalism, it's not just our opinion. They're backed by facts. They're backed by patterns. So what I was saying was backed by FBI studies, is backed by the Post's own reporting. It's hard to also see, other folks who did lose their jobs and the public really rallied and all of that, whereas I'm having to fight today here 8 months later and scrape for every piece of awareness, attention, media, coverage. So even in the aftermath of Charlie Kirk's, it sort of still proves the points that I was making in terms of uh, who gets more, in general, who gets more sympathy when they are having their rights suppressed. So there's a lot at stake. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot about freedom of speech. There's a lot to be said about the freedom of opinion journalists. A lot to be said about how we are allowed to talk about race in this country. For me, this is so much about defending particularly the right of opinion journalists to take facts and data and urge America to take a cold hard look at itself. And at least, again, the Post used to be a champion of that. Now they're attacking that.